Psychological warfare. Quote, "Those who would give up essential liberty, to purchase a little temporary safety, deserve neither liberty nor safety." Benjamin Franklin. End quote. Stringent controls for COVID-19 might be justified if it were on the scale of the 1918 Spanish flu. However, COVID-19 just doesn't add up in terms of immediate impact or lethality. It scarcely matches the seasonal flu, much less the 1918 Spanish flu, 1957 Asian flu, 1968 Hong Kong flu, 2009 swine flu, or the 2018 seasonal flu. It is said COVID-19 is different, and it's just getting started. So, they say, but why was there no such speculation and hysteria over those incipient deadly viruses at the time? A recent Stanford study reveals COVID-19 to be roughly on par with the seasonal flu, 0.12 to 0.2 v.1. More recently, two doctors, Dan Erickson and Arden Masahi, co-owners of Accelerated Urgent Care, calculate a death rate of just 0.03% similar to the average death rate from seasonal flu. MIT biologist Dr. Shiva Ayyadurai, Sucharit Bhakti, Professor Emeritus of Medical Microbiology at Johannes Gutenberg University, Stanford scientist John Ioannidis and many more eminently qualified professionals have also cogently challenged COVID-19 statistics and dogma. As a case study in COVID-19 lethality, 1,102 sailors were infected with COVID-19 on the USS Roosevelt. Thus far, since March 24, 2020, 0.27%, required hospitalization and 0.09%, died. 24/7 Dire News reports projecting wild future death estimates and protracted closures couldn't be more counterproductive. Recent incentives to classify other death causes to COVID-19 have inflated the numbers and added to the alarm. Outside visuals become more surrealistic by the day. Why is this happening? Voltaire, quote, "Those who can make you believe absurdities, can make you commit atrocities," end quote. A people that can be easily misled and panicked by hyperbole is concerning. Once you get used to accepting what you are told without questioning it, no matter how absurd, you lose the ability to understand what is good or bad. If people are willing to shut everything down and agree to solitary confinement, what else might they be compelled to do? Quote, "Governments don't want a population capable of critical thinking, they want obedient workers, people just smart enough to run the machines and just dumb enough to passively accept their situation." George Carlin. End quote. Government schools cultivate uninquiring citizens who will believe what the authorities say and defend their own subjection. The result of 12 years of following instructions and answering bells: fire drill, go outside; virus drill, go inside. Stay home. Be safe. Good boy. COVID-19 is an excuse to impose totalitarian power over the people, with or without their consent. Social distancing for good cause is an ancient practice. Humans have always kept their distance from sick people and diseased areas. We know now, well-looking people may be infectious, but that has always been, and will always be the case. From now on then, do we keep 6 feet apart and obey the scientifically illiterate authoritarians at all times? Social isolation is extremely unhealthy, both mentally and physically. Psychological warfare. I've never been a conspiracist, but I am at a loss to explain what I am witnessing otherwise. I hope it's just a perfect storm of hype, ignorance, and malfeasance that will soon pass without irreparable damage. Of course, if that's the case, no one will ever admit they were stone-cold duped and caused horrific, irrevocable damage. Oh no, when the virus recedes largely on its own, as they always do, let the celebrations and self-congratulations begin. Quote, "If America ever gets whacked, it will be from the inside." Paul Harvey. End quote. But if COVID-19 can be propagandized and utilized as a psychological weapon to frighten and manipulate people, a bleak, terrifying future awaits. If we are going to react like this every time an unknown virus, or whatever, comes along, frequently, we might as well surrender to permanent lockdown. No bombs or bullets needed to fracture and subdue an ingenuous population. Some believe the virus is cover for a new world order and martial law with the approval of frightened citizens. Scare them with a contagion, and shortly they'll disunite and fear one another. Superstition, distrust, and animosity will replace reason, community and selflessness. The people will surrender all for the false promise of personal safety. Freedom and the Bill of Rights will die without a shot fired, and the people will be permanently brought to heel. I don't wonder what it's like inside an insane asylum anymore. All I have to do is go outside. Quote, "The tree of liberty must be refreshed from time to time with the blood of patriots and tyrants." Thomas Jefferson. End quote.